Zonkey was set up in 2010, so we've been a customer pretty much since day one. As a web design company, we do mainly web design on WordPress and Magento, majority of our sites. We also do web marketing, a bit of SEO, social media, anything related in that area really. So initially we set up a reseller account, a small reseller account, just to host our own sites and a few sites that we had. And we kind of filled out our reseller account pretty quick, took on another one, and then we started looking at options as to what other things we could do to give ourselves a bit more flexibility. We've now got our own VDS servers that we run everything on, which gives us a little bit more control and flexibility. And we know that if we've got clients that need more support or need more space or bandwidth or anything, we know that it's a scalable solution available for us without having to look elsewhere. Everything can be done under one roof, which is really good. No, support is one of our key elements, and we know we can rely on it. We tend to do it all through email. We as a business in the modern way don't tend to have many phone calls ourselves, so we like to do everything by email. And that can be 24 hours a day for us as well. So, nowadays we probably expect, maybe 10 minutes for a response on a support ticket, and I know from other hosting companies I've used, I've never had that level of support consistently before. So, it's key to us, and that's what we love about it. Yeah, we have a number of reseller accounts on your reseller service, because some of our WordPress sites have got 3 or 4 pages. They don't have many visitors, don't have much, much traffic or bandwidth usage. So we're happy to sit all those on a reseller account. Where we've had sites that have got more traffic, we've moved up to having our own VDS, and a couple of those are really small, but they're just segregated off. And then we've got a few bigger VDSs that we've taken on recently, that we know we've got the disk space here. We've got a few clients that use a lot of space, so the reseller accounts aren't as appropriate. So we just set up a VDS, and they're up and running within hours, and we have full access to the cPanel system for that. We've got a few customers on the cloud platform as well, who like it's obviously a buzzword nowadays, and people sometimes ask, is your hosting cloud, can you do cloud hosting? So we've got that in our portfolio if people request it specifically to offer as well. When I set up Zonkey in 2010, I'd left behind a previous web company that I'd run for 13 or 14 years, and they hosted everything with someone else. But we were consistently stuck with problems in their own custom control panel system that you couldn't do really basic things. DNS was one of them. You could create an A record, but not anything else. It was really frustrating. You had to sit in their support queue. So when we moved over, we decided we wanted to have a cPanel system initially, because as web designers, we're fairly technical. There's some things that we can do ourselves, and we wanted the flexibility to be able to do that. So at the minute, I think over 99% of our sites are with TSO. The only one that isn't is something that we inherited. But apart from that, we've no need to look elsewhere really. We're kind of going through a bit of a stage in the minute with Zonkey, deciding what to do over the coming years. We get a lot of our business through word of mouth at the minute, so we've kind of consistently grown at a steady pace, but we're thinking of branching out, taking on bigger projects that we won't necessarily do at the minute, and some of those have specific hosting requirements that the customers has asked us as part of the pitch process. But we're quite confident in selling TSO and where they're based and the infrastructure that they use, and even the biggest clients that ask us these questions go away from a meeting quite happy that we'll be able to take care of all their needs. We recommend TSO Host a lot actually. In the local area where I live, I know a lot of web companies have moved over because we've been going on about how great it is and how easy it is and how the support's really good, and web designers, that's what they look for. They want a host that can do all this sort of stuff and be reliable and be responsive and understand what a web design company is after really. So yeah, we recommend it a lot, and most people we recommended do take it up and have stayed ever since. So it's a good product.